we will talk about fundraising. I know it's a very hot topic in finance. It's not something we are talking about every day, and especially because we are afraid that it influences our sustainability. Of course, it's not sustainable to depend on grants, but it's also good to use these opportunities to grow in our operations. So, start from the beginning. What is fundraising and fund management? So, how it works is that there are some particular organization called foundation who has the money to invest in several projects to create an impact in the society. You can hear about culture funds in your countries, about immigrant funds. It's usually dependent on the topic, which is most favorite, most crucial in your country. In many countries, it's especially the culture thing, the top. So we should focus on these culture funds, which can support our operations, our projects, and make, for example, cooperation with the government, where the government supports 200, 300 people to go abroad or actually receive this amount of people for different projects, maybe teaching in the school or in the kindergarten, whatever you find. Yes, so it's win-win situation for us as well as for the foundation, because foundations are looking for opportunities where to invest money, and on the other side we have the projects. We sometimes we struggle in IGV to keep the sustainability and to have the finance resources for running this project. But be careful, because funds shouldn't be the resource of money we are financing our operation. So it's not good to be based on grants, to have 50% of your budget in a grants, because grants are uncertain, and this foundation or the government decides every year if you get the amount of money. But they can also decide to not give you this money, and it's a high risk, also political, affected decision of the particular foundation. And we are also non-political organizations, so we shouldn't go that further in the negotiations. And also we see that whenever the political situation in the country changes, also the strategy and the support of the government changed. So please don't base all your budgets on funds, but see it as a great opportunity, how to try a new project, how to try something new, how to maybe try the first project and then later on say, okay, so now we are looking for grants to start our project in our local reality, and later next year, when it is successful, we'll have references and we will try to sell it to the companies or sell it to the end takers, as it should be and should be sustainable by itself. The second thing which we need to talk about now is how to manage these funds. So the reality is different from each entity, and what I can advise for all of you is to check your deadlines. Make a research, what kind of foundations you have in your country, and then check the deadlines, check the description, check the regulations, if you are able to fulfill them, to write an application. Then, of course, when you have deadlines, you need to write the application. Usually, you are sending the particular activities of AIESEC, or you are sending the AIESEC at home. Also, the application pretty much depends on your legal status, because sometimes your LCs can apply as well. And that might be tricky in case your LCs are not legally independent, because then you should apply as one organization. Maybe there are some differences in the local law and also the LCs can apply, but in general, the final responsible should apply. So be also careful with your LCs, and just also ensure that everybody knows who is applying for what, and this is also a great thing which you can later on give to your successor. list of foundation you have applied for and all the application. So then the future generation knows, okay, in the past they tried these grants and they were successful or they weren't. And this is also one of the most important things for planning, because you shouldn't plan with the revenues from grants in your budgets. Only if you have really long history of grants and you have received them every year, and it's something which you received won't change in the future based on the legal political situation in the country. So then you can plan with some amount of grants, but you shouldn't plan with it at all when you're starting. When this is like, okay, I would like to get some grants. Yes, put it in your tracking too, but don't put it in a planned budget, because then it can screw up everything. And you should be prepared that you won't get the money, because it's actually not easy, and also it's not sustainable. Okay, if you have any more questions, as I think I haven't covered here everything, definitely ask it in the comments or send email to GFP with the questions, what should you do, and yeah, we'll try to help you with everything.